Good day. I trust that you are doing very well. My name is Calvin Amanza, and I'm a coach and an author, and I'm also a pastor. And today I will continue to still talk about something that I think is important and that will also help you and empower you in one way or another to achieve some of the goals that you have set for yourselves this year and going forward. And if you missed some of the videos that I've done, if you're watching me on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook, you can just go and browse through. You will find some of the short videos. I'm trying to make sure that the videos are well summarized and short so that we get to the point and learn as much as we can at the same time. So today, I'm reminded of a quote by Dr. Mensa Otabil, and in one of his books called Buying the Future. And I paraphrase, this is what he said. He said, the future is either being sold or bought by the kind of decisions that we are making today. And if we can also stretch the same truth, even when you decide not to do anything or you decide not to decide on anything, you still have made a decision not to decide. But whichever decision that you take, the decision to act on something, you are either in that moment buying the future or selling the future. Should you decide not to decide, you are also at the same time buying or selling the future. And today I will be talking about how you can actually beat procrastination. Because this year, I'm sure some of us have set a number of goals that we truly want to achieve. But going back to the future, what you need to think every time you decide not to do something, in that moment, what is at stake is your future. What is at stake is the kind of a future that you are deciding, because it's the small steps, small decisions that we make daily, monthly, or weekly that kind of compound and preserves or will present in the near future a future that actually either is credible or not. So I want to talk about procrastination today because it's one of the subjects that in my coaching program that I do and try to help individuals to try and overcome this issue. But when you look at this subject or procrastination and why there are so many reasons why people actually procrastinate and push and decide not to do certain things. One of them is fear of failure. Sometimes we are afraid that when we decide to do something, we are going to fail. So what we do is that because we are afraid of trying, and we are afraid because we have already predicted that should we try, the result of our trying will be failure. So what we do is that we keep on pushing, doing something, because at least we are not going to hold ourselves accountable, or we are not going to face the shame that we have already predicted, the shame of failing. So we would rather just push forward what we need to do because we are afraid that we might fail. That's one aspect. But I'm not focusing on that. But the fact of the matter is that how are you going to know then that truly you are going to fail if you don't try? But also, one of the reasons why people fail to implement what they have decided to do or what they know should be done is also because of lack of prioritization. There's so many things going on and they haven't ranked whatever they need to do in the order of importance. I spoke about that also yesterday, about focusing on if you want to be productive and what you need to do. You can go and watch that video. So instead of prioritizing what needs to be done, we somehow get caught up in a way where we keep on just moving things forward because we have failed to actually zero in and to establish what is important, what should we start with, and when should we start, and if we start, when should we finish. The other aspect of that, of why people procrastinate, is because also there are individuals also who are they are perfectionists in nature. So to them, this individual is either whatever they're involved in is done 100% in an excellent way. So if they feel that by them embarking on a particular project, they are not going to do it in a way that is appealing to them, in a way that meets their preconceived standard of what it is to be excellent, what they will do, this type of individuals, that they are not going to fully commit at the time when they are needed to commit, but they will keep on moving forward that particular project. That's another issue, because what I've also realized in life, that we don't become perfect by determining that, and by having a predetermination that whatever we embark on will always turn out to be excellent and to be perfect. But I believe that when we get involved in something, the process of practicing, the process of adjusting, the process of implementing whatever needs to be implemented in the process moves us forward to a place where whatever we are doing is perfect. But also in life, nothing in life is guaranteed that the outcome will always be perfect. So instead of focusing on being perfect, rather focus on implementing and make sure that you act on what you have decided that you are going to do, because you are not guaranteed in life that everything you're going to be involved in will give you perfect result. Although these are not the focus for today's segment regarding procrastination, I want to focus on one important aspect that is very close to my heart as to why people actually fail to act on their aspiration and keep on moving what they know is important and needs to be acted on. One of the reasons why that happens is when there is a mismatch or a disconnect between the present self and the future self. So one perhaps is more aware of their current circumstances, and they don't have a mental picture of what their future self looks like. And in the process of having that aspect of disconnection of our future self, chances are that we are going to get addicted to instant gratification, because then life becomes about enjoying now, having the best now, and doing everything that makes life more appealing now at the expense of securing a credible future. So when there is a disconnect between the current moment, the current self, and the future self, and there is no realization or there is no mental picture that has been conceived of what your future could look like, chances are that when you are involved in the now, one of the signs of that issue is that you are going to find yourself in a strain where you keep on procrastinating. And the reason why you are doing it, because you are getting incentive, and the incentive is instant gratification. But why you are getting instant gratification as an incentive is that what you are doing is that you are actually, the more you enjoy now, the more, as I said from the beginning, you end up selling your future. And years will come when you realize that actually you have wasted so much resources, so much time. Why? Because at one point in your life, there was a disconnect. And sometimes this disconnect happens when maybe from our upbringing, no one believed in us that we could be better, and we subconsciously, we accepted and we agreed that, we are worthless. So therefore, the result of what we have believed internally is that we no longer perceive that our lives can be better. So what we do right now, every moment that comes that we experience or what we want to do is to just exploit that moment and make the best of it at the expense of creating a better future. Even individuals who have been abused, either physically, sexually, either from a childhood, also tend to have this issue where there is a lot of damage that has happened emotionally, and their self-worth has been destroyed. So there is a sense that they are worthless. There is a sense that they just have to survive to make it in life, and they don't have to really take their life very serious, because if their lives was that important, why would somebody take advantage of them? So in the process of internalizing and meditating and agreeing to some of those self-talk, when what happens that these individuals get themselves into a situation where they're addicted to they're addicted to instant gratification. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to break the cycle of procrastination, and if it's linked to the idea that you don't see and you don't have a mental picture of the future that you want and the future that you are working towards to, one of the things that you need to do is that you need to first of all assess really what truly transpired in your life. Why is it that there is a disconnect between your current self and your future self? And if you need to look for help, because I truly believe that without a mental picture of a better future, of a credible future, what we do in the now undermines that, because we don't have a plan, we don't have an image, we don't have a picture of what kind of a future that we are looking for. So if it's plans to go to school, you always push them forward because you don't see why going to school is going to empower you and deliver to you a better future. If it's to start a business, if it's to change a career, whatever that you need to get involved that is empowering, that can enable your life to change and become better, you find yourself actually moving away from those activities because you don't believe in a credible and in a better future. Hence, you will find that as one is addicted to instant gratification, the result of that will always be that procrastination will be the prevailing factor in one's life, because we are creatures of incentives. The reason why we want to achieve certain goals, the reason why we want to be better, the reason why we want to improve our lives, the reason why we want to expand, it's because we have perceived of what life can be. And because that perception and that mental picture that we do have in our mind kind of push us forward, because we know that our lives can be better. And from that point of view also, we are getting some level of satisfaction because of the incentive that our lives will be better. So we are willing to sacrifice today. We are willing to do whatever it takes today. We are willing to wait in order to make the right decision because we want a better life tomorrow. But a person who doesn't have that mental picture, their incentive and their satisfaction comes from instant gratification, the feeling that they have they're getting right now as they make certain decision in the now that takes away from the future that they want actually to have. My encouragement to you, if you're going to watch this video and there are things that you want to do, I want first of all to have, I believe that it's our responsibility to have a mental picture of a future that is credible than the present. A dream and a vision and a sense that life can be better. And once you establish that, and that becomes a reality, and that self-talk becomes something that you believe in, what is going to happen is that it's going to trigger you and force you to get involved in certain activities on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly or yearly basis. And you are going to sacrifice whatever that you need to sacrifice because you want to take hold of the future that you have seen. In the absence of a clear mental picture of a credible future, it becomes very difficult for individuals actually to overcome procrastination, to sacrifice their time and their resources in the now so that they can secure a credible and a better future for themselves. So I'm truly wishing you the very best this year. That you will make decisions, that you will act on your aspiration, that you will be committed to your goals, that you will make daily steps that will deliver to you a credible future. So I'm wishing you all the best. And if you really want to be part of my coaching program and you want to interact with me and find out how you can overcome some of these barriers to a future that you deserve, I'm here to serve you, I'm here to help you, and I'm here to be part of your life. So enjoy the rest of the day, and may you also have a blessed weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday, same time around 12 p.m. I may change the time to 1 p.m. I'm just trying to test what works, but the idea is that to leave the content that is empowering, that is inspiring, and that is motivating so that together we can grow and become better. Enjoy the rest of the day, and bye-bye.